my name is Isla McMichael. I'm the Compliance and Senior Administration Officer here at CAECE, which stands for the College for Australian Early Childhood Educators. So we've been around for 10 years. We're run by volunteers, like on a board. We're a non-for-profit. We've been around for 10 years. I've been here 4.5 of those years. So what we do is we obviously deliver Cert 3 and Diploma of Early Childhood Education and Care in Queensland. And we have funding with Skills Ashore and User Choice. So we do workplace delivery. Our trainers go out to the services. So when I say services, that's a childcare service. I've got to watch our lingo when I'm talking. So we've grown. When I started, it was about 350 students. We're almost at 900. So all of our assessments are on Cloud Assess. So the student only has access to Cloud Assess, basically. We have our assessments. We were using enrolment forms, but with Selma, we're practicing using their online enrolment forms, but we did everything. All our induction forms, we use Journey. So the Journey process has really helped us a lot with inductions to ensure that the student does the LLN and then any workplace agreements, checklists, training plans, EDIS forms. So we use a cloud for a lot of our everyday stuff. So I'd actually used Cloud Assess previously at another RTO that I worked in. So I've met Alex probably about a long time ago. So another RTO, I used to be more in construction. They looked at implementing it, but when I was at All Trades, they actually did implement Cloud Assess rather than using Moodle or whatever they were using at the time. I wasn't really involved in much of the build at All Trades, but I guess I got to know Cloud. When I started at CAECE, it was basically I started the March in 2020 and then COVID, and then I was a week and a half in the office, and then we were remote, basically like go for it. So thankfully for me, I knew Cloud Assess. We were implementing, we were paper-based before that. So all assessments were, the trainer had to upload them and scan them. And each of our assessments had like 4 parts. So there was a lot of paperwork, a lot of checking that all the questions were answered and things like that. So we got to build Cloud from scratch, basically for our needs, which was fantastic to be involved in that. And obviously working remotely, we had the opportunity to spend a bit more time, I guess, focusing on it. So yeah, we built all the assessments and all the forms and everything like that. I still don't think we're using it to the full potential. I will say that. I mean, Journey took us a while to implement, just, I guess, with the staff and timing and everything here. But when we sat down and set up Journey, it's worked amazing. Like, as I said, trainers would have to assign to forms. And so it's taken that using the form option away now that's in Journey. So Cloud Assess were awesome and helped change our forms to an assessment. So they did that all for me. I just had to tweak them or just, check if we made any updates, I did that. But yeah, that new process of Journey has changed everything for us. Knowing that the student has to do all the induction forms prior to them actually getting the unit released. So that's kind of stopped a trainer going rogue and, releasing a unit or anything like that. We've got it structured. I mean, the students have had no issues. It's very easy for a student to use and navigate. Our trainers in induction will just show them the general, like the dashboard and things like that. But using in the past other online things, it is a lot cleaner. I'd just say it's a lot user-friendly. Like it's very simple to use, and it's nice that it's separate from the system that we do resulting in, so that nobody else except the admin, or trainers might use it for notes. But yeah, generally the student only has access to Cloud Assess. We do things a little bit different. So there's 4 parts to an assessment. Once they're all done and the trainer marks it, it actually doesn't feed through to Selma. We actually do a quality check here in admin. So we call it quality checks. So that's us checking the signatures, all the questions are answered, that we've got someone who's a supervisor, the correct person signed it. So we can reject it at that stage back to the trainer if we feel that signatures don't match. That's one of the big things is a student might put initial and then a signature, but we want it all the same. So that's kind of our quality check, is that units don't go through without our compliance, admin checking it here. We have improvement register that trainers go in. So if there's a glitch or if they see a spelling mistake, anything like that, we can monitor that here. So between myself, training ops manager and the senior trainer, if it's more content, I go, because I'm admin, I don't know the ins and outs of the course. So I leave that for them to do. But if it's formatting, making improvements of, adding a name and signature or anything like that, I'm happy to jump in and build it. It's really easy to build. I guess that's what I know, and I have known it for so many years. It's not clunky. It's streamlined, doing an online enrolment and that all coming through has been great. And we've been doing that for the last 4 years, uploading the documents, and we've improved things as we go, as you always do with systems. But I just think it's clean, it's easy to use, and it's easy for us to fix up things. Help desk are there, and Annika's back in 2 seconds, when I send messages, and they can be random. You can ask her. But, they're always happy to help. They've got to look at what works for them. With ours being online and workplace delivery, it's we find cloud's easy. Trainers take their iPad in. We've got assessments and observations that the student can sign on their view, things like that we've tweaked over the years. So for the easiness of it, I guess, as I said, a trainer can just not take their laptop, take their iPad. Students can use their phone. Voice to text is a very big thing that they all love. Obviously doing an assessment on your phone is not ideal. So we do try and say iPad or laptop or computer. But we do have a handful of students that might be in the older age range that aren't technical, they just don't get it. So we can send through a PDF of their assessment to them. They'll handwrite it, but then they'll use the voice to text to put their answers in, because we'll only accept the assessment online. So we've come around things like that, and it's all doable via cloud. So that's been really kind of, the hurdles that we've come across, we've managed to do it with cloud. We haven't had a problem. But yeah, overall, as I said, it's just easy on the eye. It's really easy for a student to access and to work their way around it. We don't release all units. We just release a unit as they go, so their dashboard's not overwhelmed and they're not overwhelmed, having all their assessments sitting there, because I think that's, can be like, what have I got myself into? And Journey now showing you the percentage as well is also a little push, gives you a bit of motivation, I guess, if you can see that you're progressing with your course.